And if you're planning to change your kitchen, please visit our kitchen cabinet showrooms at any of our 3 locations in Beverly, North Reading, or Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Second down 12 for Classical High School. Here's Ridley standing at his own 41, has the pass blocked. He went back, looked like he was going to heave it way down the left sidelines for Butler, but it was blocked. And it falls incomplete.
Yeah, I think it was Franco Avatessa who came charging in, and we are up. Okay.
Will be 3rd and 13.
Great push right up the front, right into Ridley's face, and get the hands up and knock that ball down. Danvers playing inspired defense at this point. So far, Bill.
We now have our live video streaming up, so if you want to click on the video link there on our website. Oh, man, just got a penalty call here on Classical High School. 2 players might have been saying something, and one of the Classical players pushed one of the Falcon players, and that's when 4 yellow flags began to fall. So the live streaming video is up and running right now if you folks want to catch the game here. Just underway here in the second quarter, scoreless football game between Danvers and Lynn Classical. Again, earlier this year, it was Classical going over to Danvers and coming away with a hard-fought 28-14 win. Taj Coakley was injured in that second half, much of that second half, I believe, for the Falcons in that game. Yardage going against Classical High School here, giving Danvers let's see here. Giving Danvers the football. No, Classical has the football at the 34-yard line. They're 34. All right, Ridley calling the signals. So this is a 4th down and forever for Classical. Now the Falcons, the Rams will punt here. Butler boots it away, fielded at the 38-yard line by Taj Coakley, running to the middle and now back outside left in front of the Danvers bench. Still churning, gets over midfield down to the 48 of Lynn Classical.
Well, that effort right in front of the Danvers bench gained him an extra 5 yards, but he just refused to go out of bounds, and he kept spinning inside. And Classical, again, not going. Neither team is going for the ankle tackles except for Matt McCarthy. Everybody's trying again, strong arm him up top, and Coakley's just too big and strong for a lot of these guys, and he's just pulling away.
Once again, our live video is now up. If you'd like to watch the game, just go to our website, MSONewSports. Go to the post.
That is 38, taken up to the Classical 48. Multiple flags in the play.
With the morning update at halftime, it is Wilmington 7, Gloucester nothing.
That's at the half, Tim?
That's okay. At the half.
You see, you folks listening at home, it's much easier. But when we're here, we don't listen to each other. You know, that's how it is.
Yeah, he turns down the hearing.
I turn him down. I can see him out of the corner of my eye, folks. But that's about as much as I monitor Tim once the game starts here.
Okay, Everett just continues to pour it onto the prep. It's 35-0 in the second quarter. Masco again still down to Woburn as we know, 6-0. Marblehead over Wakefield, 14-6. Again, Gloucester, Wilmington at the half. It is 7-0 Wilmington. Linfield 7-0 over Bedford. Newburyport 7-6 over Weston. And we'll pick it up.
Matt Roy says he wants December. He wants to be on the December calendar. You know what I'm thinking?
But I have to tell you, I should get December because for almost 20 years I played Santa every year for the Child Studies Christmas party. So I have the Santa experience over Phil and Matt. Therefore, I get December. And I'll even do it in shorts.
Wow. Oh, man. You know,
I'm just making my case. You know?
The other thing I'm thinking,
you want to give it a Phil. Matt says he wanted to. No.
Okay, this is a first down for Danvers. Mullaney out of the shotgun, fakes the handoffs, heaves it way down the right side for McCarthy. He makes the catch as he inbounds.
Yes, he was definitely in bounds.
McCarthy pulls it in at the 4.
Wow,
what a catch, yes.
He turned around, and it was blanket coverage for Classical from Cameron Green. And again, he just turned around, got the hands up, and made the catch. He had 1 foot in and then spun out of bounds. Fantastic. Again, both teams swapping long passes down the right sideline in front of us.
What was, I think, unique about that is that not only did McCarthy come down with the ball, but I think he was very aware of his footwork as well to make sure that he was in bounds. So just underway here, second quarter, no score here. Danvers threatening here. They've got the ball at the 4, first and goal. Coakley, handoff inside to the 1. Very close to the goal line.
Yeah, here's where you go to your big back, your power guy, especially against a team like Glasgow. Big, quick defensive line. You need someone who's going to hit that hole quickly, who's going to hit it, who's going to hit it hard, and who can also use some shiftiness to turn his shoulders and slide between potential tacklers if he needs to.
Statistically, they called the ball at the 1 yard line, but the back end of the football is nosing the 1 yard line, so it's really almost about a half a yard for the score for the Falcons. Second down and goal from the 1 yard line. Coakley wide out right side, McCarthy wide out near side right. Coakley off to the left. Straight ahead quarterback keeper. Justin Mullaney is in for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he went right behind his center.
And the quarterback, Justin Mullaney.
Tom Wallfield, big sophomore, again, just led the way. And a la Tom Brady, Mullaney just got on his hip and just followed him into the end zone. Big. Looks like a Rick call.
We'll hold it at that big as Danvers getting ready for the point after kick. You at home can watch, and here's Rick Moore with us now live from Marblehead. Rick?
All right, I'm not on video though, thank God. Halftime at Piper Field. Well, 13 seconds left to go. And the score remains 14-6. Marblehead with a couple of touchdowns and the extra points. Wakefield with 1 score did not get the BAT. Interesting note, Marblehead has fumbled 4 times and has recovered it each time. But score 14-6 at the half.
All right, sounds good, Rick. And Zach Dillon just nails a point after kick, and Danvers has just taken a 7-0 lead here with 9:15 to play in the second quarter. Justin Mullaney on the 1 yard touchdown run.
Well, scoring first, really big for Danvers.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, coming out now, putting the pressure on Classic. Let's see how they respond to playing from behind. Something that they haven't done a whole lot this year.
No, I don't think so. But they gave up the one play there, the one big pass play. That's it. And they've had the penalty call. So I think that if you were to probably talk to Coach Brian Vaughn of Lynn Classical High School, that he would be saying, those penalties are killing us. And I think that's the case right there. You expect to give up a big play here and there. That's part of the game, especially when you have some of the talent that you have out on the field here tonight in this Danvers-Lynn Classical matchup.
Yeah, and I think the thing that coach has probably stressed to his team is you might not be as big, but out quick though. You know, get to the ball, get to the carrier, get to the receiver. ASAP, gang tackle.
Zach Dillon's kickoff hits the returner. He has to retreat back into the end zone to get it right.
He made something out of nothing. Del Rucker, again, the ball took an odd bounce as he prepared to catch it. He ended up touching it. It went down near the goal line. In fact, into the end zone, but he had to pick it up and bring it out. He got back to the 9, and it could have been a whole lot worse for Classical because he was able to outrun several of the coverage men for Danvers, and at least they have a little breathing room here. Now, last time this happened to Classical, when they were down on the 1 yard line, Ridley took it by him, called his own number, went around the right end. Let's see if he does it again.
Malcolm Best taking the handoff from quarterback Keith Ridley to the 15-yard line, a gain of almost 6 yards for Classical High School.
Now, Classical doesn't have to hurry. They don't have to panic. It's only a 1-score game right now. There's 8:53 and counting in the second quarter.
Rams carry now.
Utilizing the size and strength, they can march down the field as we've seen them do several times this season.
Ridley out of the shotgun, handoff again to Best, this time for maybe 3 yards. Shy of the 19, which would be the first down marker for the Rams.
And then again, there's that gang tackling that I mentioned. Even though Ridley, squirmed out of a gang tackle a while back on that 4th and 1 play. If you have guys up top, one guy get down low, grab those ankles,
Third down and 1. Butler makes the catch out on the left side. Is it loose?
Let's see what they're going to call.
If it's a catch, it's loose, and Danvers has it. That's the play.
Wow, there was a great play by number 6, Isaac Downs, who grabbed Butler's arm. As you remember, I thought Butler was going to be able to go because Downs was being blocked, but he reached out and he grabbed Butler's shirt and spun him down. And as Butler went down, he lost the ball, and Downs was right next to it, and he scooped it up and cradled it in. Big turnover here. Now, if Danvers is able to punch a score in here, now Classical might begin to feel some pressure.
Oh, definitely. 7 balls to 17-yard line. Danvers with it in Classical territory, already up 7-0. Falcons having a little trouble setting the offense there. And now I think they call time. They had some movement out on the right side. And that was Zach Dillon, the tight end, stood up and kind of moved to the middle, but I think he was waved back to the right. So a timeout has been called here. We're brought to you in part here tonight by the Van Loan School. Get the skills that you need to be a leader in sports and recreation. A master's in athletic administration from Endicott's Van Loan School, preparing students for careers in schools, government agencies, nonprofit organizations, sports governing bodies, private sports clubs, and more. Van Loan's athletic administration master's program is 100% online with affordable tuition.
Coakley right up the middle.
Yep. From the 17-yard line, Taj Coakley scores.
Well, Danvers playing with reckless abandon right now. They are just playing with supreme confidence. And again, long pass play, punch it in for a touchdown, turnover, punch it in, make Classical pay for their mistakes, and they've done that.
Touchdowns a minute 12 apart in time-wise in tonight's game. Coakley will hold for Zach Dillon's point after kick to the uprights to our right. It's up, it's strong, and it's good. So Dillon hits his second straight point after. 7-0. We're brought to you in part here tonight by hold on, folks. The Porthole Restaurant. The Porthole Restaurant on the Linway. The freshest seafood and more. Looks like it's going to be a great day tomorrow. Might be a great day to stop by the Porthole. They have that award-winning clam chowder, great seafood, and plus all the other great meals they have at the Porthole Restaurant, helping to bring North Shore High School football to you this fall. Also, the Lynn Museum and Lynn Arts with a number of different displays. They're at 590 Washington Street in Lynn. Great opportunity to stop by and see some local exhibits. And you can go to their website from our website by clicking on their banner on the bottom right of our website, Lynn Museum. Also, we're brought to you by Columbia Insurance. They are partnering with the great insurance companies offering personal home, auto policies, as well as a full line of business insurance as well for business owners. Columbia Insurance. So we're here with live streaming video tonight. That's up and working from the 40. It is a kickoff. Danvers to Lynn Classical. Rucker at his 7-yard line. Breaks a tackle. Flag is down, though, to the 35-40. Rucker up the sidelines. Another flag. And he is finally stopped at about the 47-yard line.
I don't know how he got around the corner, Bill, because he ran into a massive sea of white, and all of a sudden, everybody 10 yards down the field is still trying to tackle him. Then someone come up and gave a literally stop you when your tracks hit.
Well, the Classical team that we have seen earlier this year, Tim, did not make mistakes, was not committing penalties. And in that last situation, which resulted in a Danvers touchdown, they would have made Danvers work another few plays before even getting a crack at that goal line, the way they've been playing such awesome defense this year for the most part. So we'll see. Yeah, they're bringing this one way back.
Well, the flag was thrown at around the 24-yard line. So, I saw the individual who was responsible for the infraction, and he was like, "What did I do?" you know. So.
All right, here we go. Ridley with the team down with a first down from about the 13-yard line. Throws it out on the left side for Butler. He makes the catch at the 12, out to the 15, taken down there. They took the legs out from under Butler.
Yeah, Zach Dillon took a swipe at him, and as Butler tried to wiggle his way around him, lost his footing, and down he went. So, again, Danvers very, very aggressive in the tackle, not waiting for the runners to come to them, but going at them and making them make moves. The field must be slick because a couple of guys have done that already in tonight's game.
It will be 2nd and 8 ball at the Ram 15.
Second down and 8, ball out near the 15-yard line. Classical at their own territory, trailing here 14-0 to Danvers here on MSO News Sports. I'm Bill Newell along with Tim Kearns. And the direct snap back to Ridley. Quick toss out on the right side. Catch is made by Marcus Tucker at the 20, but he's short of the first down.
Yeah, Matt McCarthy came up again, hit him right away as he made the catch and turned around, took one step upfield around the 21-yard line and shy of the 22. And McCarthy just come up and laid a hit on him, and he had two other Falcons coming up behind him in support.
We're late, second quarter. Classical sending 3 receivers near side left here. Ridley hands off to Best straight ahead. He's got the first down, bouncing off a couple of Falcons out to the 25. Well, I'm thinking defensively, Tim, I'm sorry. I'm not sure they were. Yeah, they were coming over to cover these receivers, but they got 3 receivers, 2 defenders over here. Now they call Taj Coakley over to defend, over here to the near side. First down for Classical at the 25. Ridley on the keeper. There's 5 easy ones there. Make it 10, 15, and he's all the way up to his own 45-yard line. Keith Ridley, a 20-yard run. How does he make that look so easy? Does it? It's most runners you see. Oh, I'm going 100%, but Ridley just kind of. Hey, I'm going to come around here. I'm going to go for 5 more.
Yeah, we've both mentioned that in the games that we've done with Classical, how graceful and smooth he is when he runs, and he just pulls out of these tackles by just a little shoulder shrug, and he keeps his balance, he keeps his feet moving forward, and all of a sudden he has a 15-yard pickup before you know it.
First down here for Lynn Classical. Here's Malcolm Best. 2 yards. And he is hammered down by the Danvers defense. Is that Tom Walfield on the tackle?
Playing in the middle, yeah. Sophomore getting big playing time for the Falcons, so obviously he's proven his value.
Russ Canova is out tonight with a broken wrist for Danvers, so he is not playing. Plays defense for the Falcons. Ridley with a second down and 9 from his 46. Best off to his left side. 2 wideouts to the right, but he looks to the near side left. Looking there for Butler, way down on the left sidelines. It's incomplete. More likely to have been an interception than a completion.
Ridley's pass intended for number 4, Deshaun Butler. Incomplete.
Yeah, blanket coverage there again.
I guess that was Isaac Downs back deep for Danvers High School, who nearly picked that ball off.
Downs just having a game for himself.
Yeah. This will be 3rd down and 9 for Classical from their 46. 2-1 wide out near side left, 3 up to the far side right there. Ridley looks to the middle, dumps it over the middle. There's Best with the catch, and he gets nothing. He'll actually lose 2 yards on that play, as Best is met by a number of different Falcons. Right there on the initially was Franco Abatessa.
Okay, some quick scores from around the area. Stoneham leads Ipswich 24-6 in the 3rd.
That was a tough draw for Ipswich, I tell you that. Stoneham's had a very good year.
The teams come out of the Middlesex. I mean, they just torch each other all season long.
No, and Stoneham's been down. I don't know if they had what kind of year they had last year, but prior to that, they had some tough years, I know. This is Butler's punt. Not a bad one. No return. Well, I take that back. Here's a return. Is that Coakley fielding it out to about the 44-yard line?
Yeah, it looked like Danvers was going to let it go out of bounds, but it popped up very nicely, and Coakley just caught it on the run and brought it forward for about a 10-yard gain. I think he may have caught the Classical Rams a little by surprise by doing that, because there wasn't coverage down on really effectively on that ball.
Yeah.
Very, very lucky there.
What I was saying about Stoneham is I've watched their scores this year against tough Middlesex League opponents, and they've done very well.
Yeah, and again, that's a bruising league, so if you can make the playoffs out of that league, you stand a very good chance of advancing at least to your first round. All right, a couple of the scores, 35-7 at the half. Everett over the Prep.
That's
Linfield 28-0 over Bedford.
Two wideouts far side left as Danvers' Justin Mullaney brings his team out from the 44-yard line. Hands off to Coakley. A couple of yards out over the 45.
Let's see. Greater Lawrence leads Georgetown 14-6. So Georgetown is in the game. Beverly has fallen behind 18-13
To Malden Catholic.
And that's all the latest scores that we haven't shared with you.
Hey, what's the latest on Gloucester? Wait a minute. I think I might see it right here. Hold on here.
Still 7-0 at the half. That was the last thing I saw.
Gloucester?
Yep.
Okay.
No, Wilmington.
Oh, Wilmington. Okay.
Yep.
See, unless you say who's ahead, there's an element of
surprise,
of uncertainty. I'm just playing the devil's advocate here, although I really didn't know who was leading that game.
You guys
That's
do that
Coakley.
all the time to me. I should be sainted.
Again, it's Coakley on the carry.
Can devil's advocates saint people? I don't think they can. I don't think they.
Not you. I should be sainted for having to put up with you guys.
Right, okay.
It will be 3rd and 4.
I guess that's a little arrogant of a devil's advocate to think that he could saint somebody. Guess I gotta rein it in a little bit.
Then again, far be from them even.
3rd down and 3.
Big
Nothing
hit.
there. That's McCarthy trying to run. I believe. Yes.
Javier Delgado, senior captain for the Classical Rams, just busted that play up big time.
5-man McCarthy on the carry.
Well, this will be 4th down. There's a look at that text I got, Tim.
I don't want to mess the phone up, but I sort of lost it.
I don't know who he's talking about here. I assume that he's talking about you, right?
No, I think since I said I should be, I think he's been talking about you.
Oh. Here is the punt, and the boot goes away from Zach Dillon. He took a very high snap, boots it away. Rucker with the catch at the 18 and starts it back upfield. Rucker to the 25, Rucker to the 30-yard line, and still going to the 32.
Wow, admirable return there. What an effort. Tackled, should have been down twice before he finally went down at the 32. Actually, I think he's talking about you should be sending, because he sent the message to you, and not me. Thank you, Rick.
That was. I think that was Matt. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. That
probably.
that was 2 good plays there. Dillon fielding that snap, getting that good punt off, and then Rucker fielding it the way he did, where he did, and returning it out to the 31.
Yeah, he's got a great foot.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And he gets hang time.
And what about Rucker's returns here? They've been kind of exciting.
Yeah, he was able to pull out of a couple of near tackles again on his return. And again, no penalties.
Ridley from the shotgun, calmly, not passing, now running, slides to the 33. Maybe 2 yards.
Again, he just glides. Yes, it was Mr. Roy.
You know what I'm thinking, Tim? I don't want to belabor this calendar thing, the shorts, the football media shorts calendar, but we only have you, Phil Stacy, Matt Durgan. Will continue to wear shorts till probably Valentine's Day, and but I'm just thinking that maybe it would just be a 4-month calendar. You know what I'm saying? With just. We could put it out and put our broadcast schedule on it or something like that. Because, a lot of folks, here's Ridley on the keeper. He's taken down. Danvers D is there.
Yep, number 21, Colby Holland, first man to get to him. And again, wrapped him low, wrapped up his ankles. He couldn't get away.
Ridley on the carry.
Yeah, we'll give the calendar a rest, but I was just thinking, I don't think we can come up with 12, even if we did one leg up per month.
No, we could each have 3 months, and we just wear different shorts.
All right, okay. Well, that sweet.
Summertime, we could all show up in Hawaiian shirts with our shorts.
Would you get that idea from the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, Tim? Is that how you?
Well, yeah.
Is that where you're getting that thinking?
Sports Illustrated. It would be us in,
just
shorts and
baggy shirts.
Thanks, Bill. I was trying to think of another way to put that.
Ridley with a completion up at the 43-yard line. I don't know if that's Segura or not.
Marcelo and Remy here.
Oh, no, it's Tyrese Joseph, the senior, 6'2", 175 with the catch. First down. Well, time's a factor here. Less than a minute to go. First half here, 54 seconds here. Classical is trailing 14-0. Our referee tonight is David Pinciero. The umpire is Zach Nardone. Linesman Al Guido. Line judge Jack Kahn. Back judge C.J. Kahn. Clock operator tonight, Phil Brody.
I was just going to mention that.
Direct snap back to Ridley. Catch is made. And this is Tucker coming near side left, going out of bounds.
And we could have a little bit of a late hit here.
Ridley's pass complete to number 4, Nashawn Butler.
Okay, Nashawn Butler with the catch.
There's a flag out of bounds.
So there is a flag.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Personal foul.
Yeah. 48 seconds to play, so that'll be a big one, and that'll tack on yardage for Classical. That's the break that they've needed here. They need something.
It looks like Wilmington has scored another touchdown against Gloucester, 14-0. Yes.
Great to have you with us here. Great to have all of our 2017 sponsors with us here on North Shore High School football. Also a special thanks to all the athletic directors who help us throughout the course of the year and all the football coaches. Thank you very much for your help. We're in the playoffs. We'll announce our broadcast schedules from week to week here as the MIAA reconfigures the schedule every week here. So the ball will be placed at the 35, where it's a first down for the Rams, and time is called. Tomorrow, Hamilton Wenham plays host to Salem. 1:30 kickoff from Hamilton Wenham. Rick Moore will be on hand for live play-by-play coverage of that game. We'll also have updates and reports for you tomorrow and over the weekend on the Swampscott game. They're at home tomorrow. And also the Lynn English game. The Saturday games do have... let's see, where's my Swampscott? Yeah, Watertown at Swampscott. Lynn English is home here tomorrow afternoon against Winchester at 2 o'clock.
A couple of updated scores I just mentioned. Gloucester now trailing Wilmington 14-0. Reading losing to Lincoln Sudbury 35-0.
Yeah, I think Reading was beaten last week too, if I'm not mistaken. Here is Ridley with the team down at the 35, first down in Danvers territory. This Best straight ahead, Best to the 20, Best to the 15, Best with a big run. Timeout, Classical.
He took on Zach Dillon one-on-one straight up and just bowled into Dillon and pushed him back for an additional 3 yards there. Again, Classical on the move, trying to get onto the scoreboard with 40 seconds left in the half. Looking good at the moment, aided again by a major penalty to the Falcons.
Now, we have a timeout, Tim, and we've seen Classical a number of times this year. So you've got Keith Ridley. The ball's going to be over on the far hash mark there. He can pass, he can run. I'm gonna say he's gonna run something here. That's what I'm. They're gonna maybe a little play action, fake pass, and then run.
Okay.
Instead of the other way around.
Because he likes to go deep to Joseph.
Tyrese Joseph is number 18 heading across the field on the far side right. Also in the backfield is Maurice Segura, number 22. He's right beside the. I think that's Segura. It's not Best, is it, right now?
It was down. No. Butler is split wide left. He's got Tucker in the slot. They like to do the quick pass to Butler and use Tucker to block for him.
It's got to be Malcolm Best right there taking that handoff. That's Best to the 11. I thought it was 22 for a moment, but no, it's Malcolm Best to the 11-yard line. Another timeout, I would assume Classical is calling with 33 seconds to play. Yes, they've called time.
Surprised they didn't go for a bigger play right there.
Well, they had pretty good success with that a moment ago. So
yes.
Of course, they're running best, and then running best, and that'll open up Keith Ridley. We mentioned that Keith Ridley has run for about 500 yards so far this year, 8 TDs, and he's passed for over 1,000 yards coming into tonight's game for Classical High School. So he's had a fantastic season here for the Rams. We talked with both coaches, and due to technical difficulties, we'll run that feature at the half here tonight of our game, our pregame visit with both coaches, which would be Brian Vaughn from Classical High School and Ryan Nolan of Danvers High School. Two very good young coaches, both in their first years here, and both have their teams playing some pretty solid football here come this point of the season. Week number 8, first week of the playoffs. Rams are down. Second down and 8, or maybe a long 7 for Classical. Ridley all alone in the backfield here now. There's a handoff. Running back. This is Chase Bono going around right end and in. But is there a flag?
Yeah, far side. They're going to get it on Joseph for holding. As Bono went around to the outside, they're going to say Joseph held the defender, and that'll allow Bono to turn the corner and head into the end zone. Joseph's in disbelief over there.
Chase is probably there. He's their top tackler on defense, Chase Bono for Classical High School. There goes more yards against the Rams.
Yeah, and that's the first time we've even called his name tonight.
Yeah, he's not. They're doing mostly defense. The 28 seconds remaining here. Ball at the 18-yard line. And the Rams have a second down here. It's a second down and 14. You see, they could get a first down at the 4. Ridley searching across the way. Usually going without a huddle. Rams down. Big open part of the field over here on the near side left. Ridley looks to the left. Puts it in the air down there. And it looks like it could be picked off in the end zone. Yes. Danvers has intercepted the football in the end zone, and it will come out to the 20, and the Classical drive stops.
Well, again, penalties at critical times, turnovers. They've lost 2 now, fumble and an interception.
Matt McCarthy with the interception for Danvers. .20 seconds remaining in the first half. Timeout called by Danvers. They want to get this right. So again at the half, we have a number of things. We'll be updating scores and check in with Rick Moore again for sure here from Marblehead. Again, tomorrow, live radio football from Hamilton Wenham, 1:30 kickoff. Jim Pugh's Hamilton Wenham Generals. What a year they have had. Huge win last week at Linfield, and now they're home playing host to Salem. And Coach Matt Bouchard from Salem has had his team playing very good football. His teams have been actually down here the last 2 Friday nights in Lynn, taking on English and Classical. Played very tough, but did not come away with wins their last 2 weeks. So they're looking to start the playoffs on the road with a win, led by running back Vinny Gaskins at Hamilton Wenham tomorrow. Very tight look here for Danvers. They're just going to snap the ball, put the knee down, and get the clock going, unless we've totally missed up on something. Yep, Mulaney puts the knee down. Clock runs. And we'll come to the end of the first half here in Danvers. Justin Mulaney with a second quarter touchdown, a 1-yard quarterback keeper. The Dillon kick was good, and then Taj Coakley ran in from 17 yards out about a minute and 12 seconds later, giving Danvers a 14-0 lead. Before we take a break here, let's go to Rick Moore in Marblehead. Rick, what do you have for us?
Well, I'm up here with the Wakefield Athletic Director Brendan Ken and former Lynn English High School baseball coach Joe Campanigro, and talking sports. But
they played cleaner than Classical.
More importantly, Marblehead has just scored
in the
third quarter, 47 yards in 3 plays, and it was Andy Clouds and Derek Marino covering 47 yards, 21-6. Marblehead, 5:37 left to go, third quarter.
All right, we just reached the half here, Rick, with the score: Danvers 14 and Lynn Classical nothing. All right. Okay. All right.
Okay, thanks, Bill.
All right, we'll take a break. We're back with more just ahead here on MSONewSports.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. Our company has been proud to have supported high school sports on the North Shore for more than 30 years. Our student athlete program recognizes championship performance in the classroom and on the field. Moynihan Lumber is also committed to championship performance when it comes to meeting all your building and home improvement needs. And if you're planning to change your kitchen, please visit our kitchen cabinet showrooms at any of our 3 locations: in Beverly, North Reading, or Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Stronger, faster, tougher. When you need the MVP of community banks, look no further than the Institution for Savings, with 14 full-service offices throughout the North Shore. We have MVP rates and an all-star team to serve you. Bank from the ball field with our 24/7 online application apps, internet banking, mobile deposit, and more. Institution for Savings, your winning team. Visit institutionforsavings.com, member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
People come in, take a seat, you're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We'll treat you right, day or night, satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for 2. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan.
Okay, Coach, second season starting. It's kind of weird. It's sort of still in the middle of the season, but second season started. And now you're playing classical again. So how do you approach this with your kids?
We'll take it one game at a time like we would before. Classical's a very good team. Coach Vaughn's done a great job, and I think in a lot of ways they're a lot more similar to us than people from the outside may think. Just to listen to what Coach Vaughn says about his kids, about hard work, about dedication, no magic trick. It's just what you put into it, what you get. It's the same exact philosophy we have. So we're looking forward to the opportunity to play them again, but this game in and of itself is a whole separate, independent experience, so we're ready to go.
Coach, Classical is one of 2 teams that have had your number this year, the most recent one being Marblehead. And that was a tough pill to swallow. What do you do at practice this week? Because you got to put that in the past real fast.
I think it's reality of playing football and playing this great game that, it's not always going to work out, but the one thing, we lost, they won. There's nothing we can do about that, but the idea to come back and work, and that's what we're about. So this week we would say nothing special. We're going to work as hard as we possibly can. It's not something we're going to rev up because it's playoffs, because every week we want our absolute best effort throughout the week preparing.
All right, what's the strength of Danvers High School, Coach? If you guys are going to be Classical, I don't know if that I would ask you about what's different from the first game, but what do you guys have to do to win?
I think it's a 2-part thing. I think first of all, our playmakers have to go out there and make plays. We've got to get the ball out to them defensively. Got to, make the most of the opportunities that we have. We get them behind the stakes, and they got to throw the ball around. Second part of it is we have to be what we are. We're a blue-collar, tough, lunch-pail team. We got to go in there and physically go up and battle. They're also a physical, tough team, but we have to bring our absolute A game, put everything we have as a team into this game, physically, emotionally, and we got to go out there, and it's going to be a brawl, it's going to be a fight, it's going to be a physical contest, and we look forward to that and have the utmost respect for Classical, but we're going to do what we do.
Good luck, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Well, Coach Vaughn, tell me what you took out of the first game with Danvers and what you'll use here in this game this evening.
Well, one thing, that well-coached, tough, physical football team. If you were at that game, people that watched that game, everybody that watched that game, you see it on film, it was a physical game both sides. And I expect the same type of battle this Friday night.
How has your team progressed in the last few weeks, would you say?
I would say, for us, our goal is always to try to get better every week, and I think we took a step in the right direction last week with cleaning up some things that we needed to clean up. So I think, our goal is just to get better every week.
Is there anything unique that Danvers presents to you that other teams do not present to you that you play during the year?
I think they're physical. I'm going to keep stressing that because that's what they are. I mean, if you watch them every week, they come off the ball. They do really well getting off the ball. They're physical on defense. They're going to try and hit you in the mouth when they're on defense, and on offense, they want to push you around. So again, I'm going to expect a physical football game.
I would agree with you on that, but yet on the other hand, at the end of that game over in Danvers, you guys wore them down too, I think.
Oh, we caught some breaks at the end, but I'm pretty sure with that coaching staff that I have, they'll be prepared for that.
Yeah,
they'll be well prepared.
Any other late news with classical football? Any movement at all with players at all?
Just, for us, it's just we got a big game on Friday, and hopefully, things go our way.
The Gloucester House Restaurant at historic Seven Seas Wharf, 63 Roger Street, Gloucester. This is owner Lenny Linquata.
Okay, we provide service and product better than anybody else. It comes directly from our boats right to your plate. We have fishermen that work great for us. We are wholesalers that we buy what we want to serve to our customers, and we put the rest of it right out in the market.
The Gloucester House Restaurant. Visit thegloucesterhouse.com.
This is the freshest seafood you can get, from our boats to your plate.
Harrington Trophy has been rewarding the North Shore for over 20 years with quality custom awards and apparel. We pride our business on our exceptional customer service, quality products, and speedy turnaround time. We're known for our local family business, providing custom trophies, plaques, screen printing, embroidery, and much more. Everything from engraving wedding gifts, medals for charity walks, Little League and Pop Warner trophies and shorts. Come see us at 557 Chestnut Street in Lynn, Mass. 781-599-3700.
Since I have been elected, we have made progress. The city is growing, but there is much work to still do. Small businesses are flourishing, we've created local jobs, and continue to fight for working families all across Lynn. I have responded personally to over 1,000 constituent requests, but the work doesn't stop there. We need to keep our streets safer and our neighborhoods cleaner. We have to maintain our public services while keeping taxes affordable. The people of Lynn deserve a high level of representation. I am Brian LaPierre, and I'm running for re-election for Lynn City Councilor at Large, and I respectfully ask for one of your 4 votes on September 12th and Tuesday, November 7th.
The Gloucester House Restaurant. Welcome back to Manning Field and Lynn. I'm Bill Newell along with Tim Kearns here on MSO News Sports. At the half, it is 14-0. Danvers is leading Lynn Classical High School. So we have a big second half of football coming up here. Justin Milady, the Danvers quarterback, ran in a 1-yard quarterback keeper for the first score of the game. 9:15 to play in the second quarter. And then Taj Coakley ran in from 17 yards out for the Falcons' second score of the night. Zach Dillon with 2 point-after kicks. 14-0 our score here at the half. Tomorrow, live football from Hamilton-Wenham. Radio coverage of the Salem and Hamilton-Wenham game. 1:30 kickoff here on MSO News Sports with Rick Moore. And we'll also have updated reports on 2 other games. Watertown at Swampscott at noon. Winchester at English at 2. You can follow those games on Twitter on our Twitter account. We're back with more just ahead here from Manning Field and Lynn here on MSO News Sports.
Satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for 2. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Stronger, faster, tougher. When you need the MVP of community banks, look no further than the Institution for Savings, with 14 full-service offices throughout the North Shore. We have MVP rates and an all-star team to serve you. Bank from the ball field with our 24/7 online application apps, internet banking, mobile deposit, and more. Institution for Savings, your winning team. Visit institutionforsavings.com, member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. Our company has been proud to have supported high school sports on the North Shore for more than 30 years. Our student-athlete program recognizes championship performance in the classroom and on the field. Moynihan Lumber is also committed to championship performance when it comes to meeting all your building and home improvement needs. And if you're planning to change your kitchen, please visit our kitchen cabinet showrooms at any of our 3 locations. In Beverly, North Reading, or Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Since I have been elected, we have made progress. The city is growing, but there is much work to still do. Small businesses are flourishing, we've created local jobs, and continue to fight for working families all across Lynn. I have responded personally to over streets safer and our neighborhoods cleaner. We have to maintain our public services while keeping taxes affordable. The people of Lynn deserve a high level of representation. I am Brian LaPierre, and I'm running for re-election for Lynn City Councilor at Large, and I respectfully ask for one of your 4 votes on September 12th and Tuesday, November 7th.
Harrington Trophy has been rewarding the North Shore for over 20 years with quality custom awards and apparel. We pride our business on our exceptional customer service, quality products, and speedy turnaround time. We're known for our local family business, providing custom trophies, plaques, screen printing, embroidery, and much more. Everything from engraving wedding gifts, medals for charity walks, Little League and Pop Warner trophies and shorts. Come see us at 557 Chestnut Street in Lynn, Mass. 781-599-3700.
All right, back with the Moynihan Lumber halftime scoreboard update. This is going to be a real whiz bang. Listen up, you're only going to get them once. Everett over the Prep, 49-7. Masco leading Woburn, 14-9. Lincoln Sudbury all over Reading, 35-0. It is 14-0 here at Manning Field. North Reading leading Wayland, 14-7. Drake leading Melrose, 10-7. Marblehead 21-6 over Wakefield. Gloucester losing 16-0 to Wilmington. Linfield 28-0 over Bedford. Weston Newburyport 16-7 over Weston. Triton losing at Salem 13-9. In earlier game, St. Mary's 44-0 over Manchester Essex. Greater Lawrence 28-13 over Georgetown. What do you got, Rick?
And we have Rick Moore with us from Marblehead. Rick, what do you got?
Winding down the third quarter, Wakefield has struck to cut the lead down to 7. 12 plays, 63 yards. Danny Marinaccio from 2 yards away with 13 seconds left to go. They also got the 2-point conversion. So now it's Marblehead 21, Wakefield 14 as we're about ready to start the fourth quarter.
All right. Say hello to Brendan for me, will you?
I will. I'll do that right now.
Okay, thanks. Okay. Do you have more, Tim?
I do. Just a handful. Stoneham over Ipswich so far, 24-14. Malden Catholic defeated Beverly 18-13. Peabody 23-0 over Westford. Revere was leading losing to Burlington 12-7. Windham has come back and taken a 12-7 lead over Essex Tech. Burlington and Revere, the last score we had, it was tied at 7. And Stoneham over Ipswich 36-14. Those are all the scores that we have. So if you miss one, you'll have to wait.
All right, what we're going to do is take a fast break here, and when we come back, it's going to be the start of an exciting second half here between Danvers and Lynn Classical. Falcons leading 14-0.
Harrington Trophy has been rewarding the North Shore for over 20 years with quality custom awards and apparel. We pride our business on our exceptional customer service, quality products, and speedy turnaround time. We're known for our local family business, providing custom trophies, plaques, screen printing, embroidery, and much more. Everything from engraving wedding gifts, medals for charity walks, Little League and Pop Warner trophies and shorts. Come see us at 557 Chestnut Street in Lynn, Mass. 781-599-3700.
The Gloucester House Restaurant at historic Seven Seas Wharf, 63 Rogers Street, Gloucester. This is owner Lenny Linquata.
We provide service and product better than anybody else. It comes directly from our boats right to your plate. We have fishermen that work great for us. We are wholesalers that we buy what we want to serve to our customers, and we put the rest of it right out in the market.
The Gloucester House Restaurant. Visit thegloucesterhouse.com.
This is the freshest seafood you can get, from our boats to your plate.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. Our company has been proud to have supported high school sports on the North Shore for more than 30 years. Our student-athlete program recognizes championship performance in the classroom and on the field. Moynihan Lumber is also committed to championship performance when it comes to meeting all your building and home improvement needs. And if you're planning to change your kitchen, please visit our kitchen cabinet showrooms at any of our 3 locations. In Beverly, North Reading, or Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Since I have been elected, we have made progress. The city is growing, but there is much work to still do. Small businesses are flourishing, we've created local jobs, and continue to fight for working families all across Lynn. I have responded personally to over 1,000 streets safer and our neighborhoods cleaner. We have to maintain our public services while keeping taxes affordable. The people of Lynn deserve a high level of representation. I am Brian LaPierre, and I'm running for re-election for Lynn City Councilor at Large, and I respectfully ask for one of your 4 votes on September 12th and Tuesday, November 7th.
Lynn Classical in the green on the near side here, just chatting it up with their head coach, Brian Bond, heading out for the kickoff as Danvers will come across from the far side with the white uniforms led by Coach Ryan Nolan. And they'll kick off here to start the second half.
Well, we got a couple of quick updates here before the kickoff itself. Masconomet fumbled on the 2-yard line of Ubin, turning the ball over, trailing 17-14 with 2 minutes left. A final score in Stoneham over Ipswich, 36-14. And that's about all the new ones that we have, Bill. You know, soon to give a score, and you get a new one coming in.
Yeah, that's how it works. Zach Dillon to kick off. High kick. It will come down and fielded at the 16-yard line by Classical High School, I think.
And on
Rucker.
On punts and kicks.
Darryl Rucker, Jr., 5'8", 160 pounds. So he can slide through a couple of defenders very easily. So we're just underway, third quarter. Classical has the football, but they are down by the 14 points. And if we were to sum up this first half, Tim, we got to give Danvers credit. They played tough on defense. They played well on offense. And Classical has made a few penalties, a few mistakes, and they've just come up short a couple of times as well, especially as they ran out of gas and actually picked up a penalty right at the end of the first half here that pushed them back out a ways on that touchdown attempt run by Chase Bono. But they've been close. They easily could be a 1-touchdown game, I guess.
Oh, could easily be, but I mean they've lost both turnovers, fumble and an interception. In the fumble game, Danvers was a short field.
This is Malcolm Best on the handoff from Ridley. Nothing. Setting up a third down here in a long 6, but maybe let's call it 3rd and 7.
Yeah, again, Danvers, really stacking it big up front, Jim and running lanes, and gang tackling. Everybody swarming to the ball.
Matt Gisano, over the ball at center. Nick Labella and Javier Delgado, the guards. Terrence McGaughy and Dennis Pierce, the tackles for Classical High School. 3 wideouts far side left, 1 here to the near side right. Ridley, big third down play here. Looking way down on the right side. And he's got a man. It's Tyrese Joseph. He makes the catch and runs it in for the touchdown.
And no flags. Even though there probably could have been, there was a little bit of a shove by Joseph as the ball was getting in range, and it gave him a little separation, but no flag on the call, no foul. So again, Classical, big strike capability, and we mentioned early during the first half, Joseph is Ridley's favorite target down the sidelines, and again hit him, and the Danvers defender couldn't recover. And Classical back in the game at 14-6, and they'll go for one.
Well, I'll tell you, there was a little bit of contact there, and our viewers probably could see that Tyrese Joseph, kind of took care of himself, creating a little space there. Not saying it was a penalty. Point after kick is up by Ishmael Johnson, and good, right? Yes. 14-7.
Gloucester has given up a late touchdown in the middle of the fourth quarter. It's 23-0.
Ooh, my.
Wilmington over Gloucester. Surprising score there.
What's that score now, Tim? Wilmington?
23-0.
Well, I think Gloucester, I'd have to classify them as an overachiever this year. I really do. I think they've done a nice job this year.
Yeah, I think they're. I mean, they have some good people. They have an awful lot of young people.
Yeah.
And really want to compliment Senior Ollie Emerson, one of the senior captains, for an outstanding season. I had him as a student my last year teaching at Gloucester last year. Quality student. Quality football player, but more important than that, quality individual. In their last game, that they brought out some young kids to midfield to honor them, and I took the time to kneel down and have a conversation with the young person, and it was truly touching, and it got a write-up in the Salem News.
This is usually Ishmael Johnson. Yeah, Ishmael Johnson will kick off. Let's see what they do here. It's a one-touchdown game, one-score, one-possession game here, 14-7. Johnson's line drive kick, squibs on the ground, fielded at the 30. No, dropped. Loose ball. That's up for grabs.
I think Danvers was able to get a hold of it. A Classical player went down and tried to scoop it, but it squirmed away from him. And a Danvers player was able to come back and fall on it. So big break for Danvers there. The punt had its intended outcome, that it was unable to be fielded by the Danvers player. Tried to scoop it up, but it was still, again, tossing and turning, and nearly led to a critical turnover.
The initial returner there for Danvers did not cover up that football, so it was one of his teammates that ended up getting it. So the Falcons are out here, first down at their 33. One setback behind quarterback Justin Mullaney, right behind center. Two wideouts to the right side. Pitch play. This is McCarthy, I believe, off to the right, or Holland. No gain. Yeah, McCarthy, the ball carrier. Junior.
Johnson did a great job wrapping up, standing him up right at the point of attack and just planted him. Bill, Classical just scored to make this a one-score game. St. John's Prep just scored to make it a five-score game. Is that wrong? I'm sorry.
It's a little wrong.
It's reality.
Yes, it is. It's a little wrong.
It's a little wrong. But it's a reality situation. Everett has just been that dominant tonight, again, with basically in cruise control on their way to Coach John DiBiaso's 300th victory, which we want to not congratulate him too early.
Play action pass. Mullaney downfield. Incomplete.
Great coverage by Classical's number 7. Dal Rucker, stride for stride with Coakley.
Taj Coakley, the intended receiver.
And if he could have gotten the hand on, he could have tipped it back to two other defensive players for Classical. Number 6, Ishmael Johnson, and number 23, I think it is. 33.
Those last two plays by Classical defensively are the kinds of plays that they were making leading up into this game here tonight defensively. So now they've got putting Danvers in a 3rd down and 10 situation. Mullaney out of the shotgun this time, the Danvers quarterback.
Blitz.
Here comes the pressure. Mullaney will get the pass off.
What a catch by Coakley. Wow. His route took him down the middle, and as he saw his quarterback rolling out to the far side, he went with him. And Mullaney, great throw down the sideline, and Coakley caught it in stride, heading out of bounds. Great pass and catch.
It initially looked like good defense by Classical, but the response and the reply by the Falcons was a great offensive play by quarterback Mullaney, and the throw to Taj Coakley. So a first down for Danvers at the 43 of Lynn Classical. I formation, the three-man stack I for Danvers. Wide out to the right side. This is McCarthy with the handoff to the 40. 3-yard gain.
Biggest difference in this game tonight? Taj Coakley.
Matt McCarthy on the carry.
Yeah, he got hurt. It seemed like a number of Danvers players got hurt in the game over there in Danvers several weeks ago, which was the 28-14 win by Classical over Danvers. This one's not over yet, though. We're still in the third quarter with plenty of time. 7:49 to play in the third. 14-7, Danvers is leading. Mullaney right up behind center. McCarthy again with the handoff. Maybe nothing.
And one of the other differences in this game for Classical that was not the case in the previous game, 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
First turnover, the fumble led to a score. Kolke went on the first play, right up the middle for the touchdown. Interception in the end zone. Last play of the first half, he had to go for it.
It will be 3rd and 6 ball at the Lynn class.
Penalties that they didn't take on sportsmanlike conduct. Penalties on the offense. Penalties on the defense that have stopped drives, that have brought them back.
Taj Coakley is the wideout far side right. You may want to keep an eye on him as he comes in motion inside. A little stumble by Mullaney, the quarterback. Upfield on the right, ball swatted out of bounds by the Rams.
Yeah, nearly picked off. Cameron Green came flying across in front of the intended receiver and nearly had a pick.
Broken up by number 17, Cameron Green. 4th and 6 for the Falcons.
4th down and 6 for Danvers in 4-down territory here at the 39 of Lynn Classical High School. Or are they? I guess they will punt. Snap comes back. Zach Dillon puts it away for right foot of the ball. Lands at the inside the 15 and rolls down near the 5. And Classical will have a long way to go, starting at their own 5-yard line. What we'll do is we'll take a quick break here. We're back with more high school football after this here on MSONewSports.
Stronger, faster, tougher. When you need the MVP of community banks, look no further than the Institution for Savings, with 14 full-service offices throughout the North Shore. We have MVP rates and an all-star team to serve you. Bank from the ball field with our 24/7 online application apps, internet banking, mobile deposit, and more. Institution for Savings, your winning team. Visit institutionforsavings.com, member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender. The Bradford Tavern in Raleigh is unique, with modern touches in a rustic setting, offering the finest steaks, the freshest seafood, and many quality daily specials. Serving lunch and dinner, the Bradford Tavern is open Tuesday through Sunday, 11:30 a.m. to midnight, closed Mondays. The restaurant features 2 separate function rooms, ideal for every need, including business meetings, bridal and baby showers, or any special event. The Bradford Tavern is located at 87 Haverhill Street, Route 133 in Raleigh, and online at bradfordtavern.com. Stronger.
First play of this possession is a no-gainer by Malcolm Best. Back here with you live now from Manning Field in Lynn. 6 minutes, 2 seconds to play in the third quarter. This is a 2nd and 10. Ridley out of the shotgun, standing right at the goal line for Classical High School. His Rams are trailing by a 14-7 score. Malcolm Best beside him as a running back with the orange helmet. And here's a heave way down the right sidelines, and it is incomplete. This time, not so lucky was Tyrese Joseph.
Yeah, again, he's letting the ball go a second too late, Bill, because the receivers are having to check up and come back for the ball. They're not deliberately underthrown. He's just not getting the ball out of his hands in time. And a great play by Isaac Downs to follow the receiver's eyes and turn around and knock that ball down. Potentially another interception. Big score to report in just a moment.
This will be a 3rd down and 10 for Classical High School. 3 wideouts out to the far side left, 1 near side right. Malcolm Best in the backfield with Ridley. Ridley to throw out on the left side. That's too far. Incomplete. So they'll have to punt.
Well, Masco lives to play another game in the playoff system as they snag victory from the jaws of defeat, as they They throw a touchdown pass with 10 seconds left. Brockelman to McGonigal, and they win. They defeat Woburn 20-17.
Congratulations, Coach Gavin Monacle, Masconomet football. It's time to punt here. Nashawn Butler in the end zone to receive the snap for Classical. Can't have a mistake here now. A one-possession game here. Butler puts the foot into the ball, gets the punt up over the 30.
Ooh.
To the sidelines. I think it might have kicked up and gone out of bounds where the official is here on the near side here, right about at the 35-yard line. Yeah. Got the World Series tonight, Tim? It is tonight, right? It's got to be tonight. Yeah.
They're in Houston. It's funny having. Actually, it's probably in Houston. They're now behind. Yeah, should have started.
No, probably close. Yeah, it's got to start by now, right? Yeah.
Because it's 8. And it's nearly 9 o'clock. It would have started. Well, probably just starting.
Marblehead 21, Wakefield 14. About 4 minutes to play in that game. Rick Moore standing by. Will keep us updated on that. Here's Danvers with a first down from the 35 of Classical. McCarthy with the run. Breaks a tackle. 10 yards. 15-yard gain from Matt McCarthy.
Yeah, Classical appears to be trying to do a lot of stripping and not a lot of tackling on many of these plays for Danvers.
Danvers coming in 5-2, the number 6 seed. Classical is coming in at 6-1, the one loss on the road at Somerville a couple of weeks ago. They're number 3 seeded.
We're good for a Falcon first down.
Falcon defense has been tough all year round. That's been their calling card, the Falcon defense. If there's been one thing that they can hang their hat on, it's certainly the defense. Mullaney hands off McCarthy again. Gets a yard or two inside the 20 to the 18. In fact, Classical with their 28 points was, I think that's the highest anyone has scored against Danvers this year. But every game's a new game here.
Exactly. Essex Tech has held on to beat Winthrop, who remains winless, 13-12 in a back-to-back. Oh. And Wilmington has scored again, 30-0 over Gloucester.
Taj Coakley is the wideout, far side right, 3-man stack high behind the quarterback. McCarthy takes the handoff. He's met at the 16-yard line, tackled there by Lynn Classical. Good hit there.
Yeah, Ishmael Johnson did a nice job of wrapping him up securely, bringing him down.
Ishmael Johnson on the stop.
Chase Bono, their number 2 back there, back deep, is tops with total tackles coming into tonight's game with 69 for the Rams. Coakley again going out to that split end right spot for quarterback Justin Mullaney. McCarthy is the tailback in this 3-man stack I. McCarthy taking the pitch. Cutting to the 16-yard line. He'll be short of the first down. Needed to get down to the 10 for the first down. So this will be 4th down.
Now, will they bring out the leg?
Yes, you're right. They have a field goal opportunity here too, and that's what they're doing. Zach Dillon, who you saw nail a huge field goal over in Beverly a few weeks ago,
and then missed.
Actually missed two last week in Marblehead, but.
Yep.
Don't want to be negative here, but clearly that's his forte. Yeah. I mean, it seems like I've done high school football for years, and it seems like you might even go a couple of years in between field goal attempts in high school football. But not the case with Zach Dillon here. This will be a 32-yard attempt. The ball is it's a fake. Coakley throwing it out on the right side. The catch is made. It's a first down. So wow. Coakley, the holder, pulls out, rolls out to the right side, throws the ball for a first down.
And coaches put in these trick plays just for these kind of occasions. Now you've got a kicker who can kick the field goal, so you have to respect that, and you want to try to block it, so you bring pressure. And the offensive team simply slides the receiver out, and bang, wide open, and that's what you get.
Taj Coakley so quick, the holder sprinted out quickly, found Colby Holland for the catch and setting up the first and goal from, is it the 7 or 8? This is Matt McCarthy. Thought he might be cutting through that big wall, but he didn't. He gets down to the 5. Yeah, so he started at the 7-yard line for a 2-yard gain down to the 5.
Matt McCarthy up the middle.
Second and goal.
Boy, if they're able to punch this one, then that'll really put the pressure on Lynn Classical. I think again, Classical not only has to hold it together in terms of his game plan and driving down the field, but they also have to hold together emotionally and again, not take silly penalties.
McCarthy with the handoff. He's only to the 4, I believe. A lot of movement. Classical getting tough down here in the red zone, but they have to be tough here. With what's that time, Tim? Is that
1:20?
1:20. Oh, that's right. We're in the third here. Yeah, 1:20, third quarter. So we still have a lot of time left in this game.
It will be third and goal from the Lynn Classical 5.
Final score coming in: Everett 49, St. John's Prep 14. Congratulations to Coach DiBiaso on win number 300. Only one of a couple guys in the state to accomplish that.
Third down and goal. And this is a run play. It's McCarthy trying to bust it outside, turns the corner, and into the end zone. No, this is Coakley.
And number 7, Tad Coakley takes it.
Taj Coakley with a 5-yard touchdown run for Danvers.
Tad Coakley, 5-yard touchdown carry.
Well, Glasgow usually has this great lateral pursuit. We saw it on a couple plays ago. But again, Coakley, 6 foot, 190 pounds. He's a load to bring down. He's quick, he's strong. He has the ability to, again, slide in between would-be tacklers.
And Zach Dillon will attempt the point after kick. 47 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Ball is teed up for him. The kick is up. Does it just get over the crossbar? Yes, it does. And the extra point is good. And it's now 21-7. Danvers High School, and Rick Moore is joining us now from Marblehead. Rick, what do you got?
Well, it's now 28-14 here at Marblehead with a minute 39 seconds left in the game as Andy Clow ripped off 45 yards after Marblehead had previously gone 3 and out. They held Wakefield on a couple of sacks and then just swept downfield with Clow doing it again. Second touchdown for Andy Clow, 1:39 left to go in the game as Wakefield returns the kickoff out to about the 37, but not a lot of time left. 28-14 Marblehead.
Rick, a question on like total yards and so on. Is it pretty much been Marblehead, or has it been close?
Very even until this drive. Marblehead has, let's see, let me just add the six. Marblehead has over 300 yards total. And you're right, Wakefield is at 162. So I'll give you the totals after the game. But Marblehead is over 300 yards of offense.
All right, so they do have they're got an advantage there. All right, Rick, thank you. We'll be back. Okay. Rick Moore and Marblehead. So Marblehead pulling away in that one against Wakefield and Marblehead. We're here last few seconds of the third quarter. Danvers has just scored their third touchdown to make it 21-7 over Lynn Classical. And Zach Dillon to kick off for Danvers High School to the Lynn Classical Rams. Back deep it goes. Fielded at the 10-yard line. Darrell Rucker to the 35, to the 36. And then he takes a couple of extra hits there.
Just for emphasis.
Yeah.
Nice run back. Took the ball at the 10-yard line, headed straight up the middle. Sean Brennan's posted on Twitter a picture of Jim O'Leary congratulating Coach DiBiaso on his win tonight. Rather convincing win in Everett, and they will move next week to play Lexington.
Where he stopped by number 5, Matt McCarthy, number 9, John Kelter.
Just 38 seconds to play in the third quarter, but we do have a big fourth quarter still to come here from Manning Field and Lynn. Keith Ridley from the shotgun, looking left, throwing right. Catch is made by Tyrese Joseph up at the 41. Hit right there. A gain of 5 yards.
Yeah, Ridley apparently, looked like he wanted to run with the ball, but suddenly Danvers decided to close it down, and he checked up, and he found Joseph again along the sideline. And it was amazing how quickly he was able to change from a run to a throw.
A low snap fielded by Ridley, given to Malcolm Best for maybe a 1 yard run out to the 42.
Up the middle for the Rams.
Good play there by Ridley, keeping that ball contained. Probably a no gain there. Now we have whistles. Somebody called time before the classical snap. Danvers might have called time. Oh, the quarter has come to an end here. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break here. Through 3, it is Danvers 21, Lynn Classical 7 here on MSO New Sports.
Come in, take a seat. You're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We'll treat you right, day or night. Satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for 2. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Stronger, faster, tougher. When you need the MVP of community banks, look no further than the Institution for Savings, with 14 full-service offices throughout the North Shore. We have MVP rates and an all-star team to serve you. Bank from the ball field with our 24/7 online application apps, internet banking, mobile deposit, and more. Institution for Savings, your winning team. Visit institutionforsavings.com, member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
Big 3rd down and 5 for Lynn Classical High School. Keith Ridley, first play of the 4th quarter, scrambling. He dives down short of the first down at the 45. He needed to get out to the 46.
Ridley on the carry.
So this will be a 4th down and 1 for Lynn Classical.
Yeah, I think it was Justin DiTomaso who sliced in there and took his feet out from underneath him as he got into the second level.
Here's a decision point time for Lynn Classical, and they're going for it on 4th down and 1 without a huddle. Nashawn Butler in motion. The give is to Malcolm Best, and he's got the first down. Got about 5 or 6 yards there out to midfield.
Again, doing what he does best, hits the line really quick and then uses his size and shiftiness to slide in between would-be tacklers. Big gain there.
I'd like to thank both of these 2 head coaches for all of their help this year. Brian Vaughn from Lynn Classical High School and Ryan Nolan from Danvers High School. 2 athletic directors as well. Bill Devon from Classical High School and Andy St. Pierre of Danvers. First down, Lynn Classical trailing by 2 touchdowns now, 21-7. They're at midfield. Ridley, happy feet a little bit. Now heaves it way down on the left for Butler. Incomplete. Looks like the defender broke that one up. And who was defending that again? Well, you got it. It was Isaac Downs.
You know, a couple of weeks ago we saw a Classical and Ridley was off on his deep throws. Tonight, and then we saw them again, and he was on the deep throws. Tonight he's been a little bit off on those deep patterns.
Final score 28-14. Marblehead beating Wakefield here tonight to advance on in the tournament. Game at Marblehead. Ridley looking over at Coach Brian Vaughn on the sidelines, takes the direct snap. Butler makes the catch up at down at the 45 of Danvers and out of bounds. 9:40 to play in the football game. Classical without the huddle. The ball is placed at the 46. Third down and 6. Wideouts, 2 of them out to the right side. Tucker out there with Butler. This is Ridley throwing out on the left side. It's intercepted. Danvers has it. Flag on the return, and Isaac Downs on the interception for Danvers High School.
Yeah, I think the return is going to be coming back. Number 3, Melvin Nevis for Class, got flattened So I think this is going to be coming back with the block at the back.
39. There was a flag on the play.
And there it is.
It'll be a Danvers football. They've got the 2-touchdown lead, 21-7.
Third turnover tonight for Lynn Classical, 2 interceptions and a fumble loss.
Again, this Classical team has basically been. I did not see the Somerville game, but they did not win that game. But they've not made a lot of mistakes this year in their games. Ball is being placed at the 27-yard line where Danvers will have it. They need some first downs and need to run the clock. They don't have this thing wrapped up yet for sure. But I wonder what they'll go with play calls here. They haven't thrown a lot anyways, Tim. So
no, you got most of the fourth quarter to go, but you want to maintain possession. And this, I think, is... But you might want to run Coakley out of the backfield on some of these, but they've got 2 receivers.
Coakley out on the left side. Here's Mullaney on the keeper. He can do that to the 35, a gain of at least 7 yards for Justin Mullaney, the senior captain quarterback.
Yeah, and you got Colby Holland in the backfield with him, so they get, and again, putting a wide receiver out on both sides spreads Classical out a bit, forces the secondary to the safeties to play a little bit deeper to help out.
We saw Mullaney with a nice pass completion earlier in this game on the rollout to the right side to Taj Coakley. Team was going the other way in the game. Coakley is a wide out left side.
36.
Mullaney and then the keeper again for the first down run to the 45. Look out. 40. Mullaney 20 to the 10 and into the end zone as he runs it in from his own 36-yard line.
I think that may have been Coakley, Bill.
Oh, it was?
I think it was. And just like I said, I think what they would go with, Coakley in the backfield, bigger, stronger, breaking tackles. And he did just that as he got outside on the far side of the field and just got to the sideline and outraced the Classical secondary.
Right down below us, so there is a flag. So whatever it is, it will not be a touchdown.
Block below the waist. So that's coming back. And we've seen that from both teams today, Bill. At critical times on potential scores, we've had penalties that have brought the plays back. That would have been a crusher for Classical, and that's the touchdown that I think Danvers really wants. They want that 28-point score.
No, you're right about that. This will be a first down for Danvers at the 49 of Lynn Classical. Falcons run it right up the gut for not much. Clock, 8.5 minutes to play in tonight's football game. This will be a 2nd and 10. Tomorrow, Hamilton Wenham playing host to Salem. 1:30 kickoff from Hamilton Wenham. Coach Jim Pugh playing host to Matt Bouchard's Salem Witches tomorrow at 1:30. Live radio coverage right here on MSONewSports.com. How many times in your life now do you think you've said .com, Tim? What do you think?
I know, it's such a new
four or five.
Yeah, it's such a recent,
maybe a dozen.
Such a recent phenomena.
Yeah. Wideouts each way. Direct snap comes to Mullaney, looking downfield for McCarthy. Intercepted. That was the play earlier tonight that McCarthy caught the ball. This time it's intercepted.
Great defensive play by number 17, Cameron Green for Lynn Classical. Step for step. Down the sideline. Played the ball, went up at the right time to get the right height to grab that ball. Big turnover.
Ball placed at the Lynn Classical.
Now, can again Classical get some momentum, get down the field and punch one in to close the gap? They're 2 touchdowns down. There's 8:24 left. It's about making good decisions and not taking stupid penalties.
You know, another thing, too, here, Tim, Classical all night long has had horrible field position. You know, they've started at their 1. They've started inside their 5. They've had some tough places to start from. And here, albeit they're happy to have the interception, but they start at the 15-yard line. Quick pass out on the left up to about the 19-yard line. Nick Segura with the catch for Classical High School in a lot of traffic.
And again, play took a little bit of time to develop, and you saw very quickly Danvers react. Connor came up, contact. As soon as the catch was made, contact. No yards after catch for most of these passes that Ridley is completing tonight out to the sideline.
Can the Rams come up with the big play here? Now look at this. Offset line here.
It will be 2nd and 7.
They are looking for the big play here, something, and now time is called. Danvers taking the time.
You know, you see teams do this all the time. They line up in that crazy formation. They'll put 4 or 5 linemen over on the numbers, but then they all have to move back into a regular position.
Get the skills you need to be a leader in sports and recreation. A master's in athletic administration from Endicott's Van Loan School, preparing students for careers in schools, government agencies, non-profit organizations, sports governing bodies, private sports clubs, and more. Van Loan's athletic admin program is 100% online with affordable tuition. Try a class before fully enrolling. Visit vanloan.endicott.edu/athletic admin today. Here's Ridley from the shotgun. Here's the pursuit. He will go down at the 7-yard line.
And that does not happen very often to Ridley.
Well, it was a good guess by the Falcons to think that Classical was going to have to drop back and pass. Also brought to you tonight by the Porthole Restaurant on the Linway. The fresh seafood, the award-winning clam chowder, other great entrees at the Porthole Restaurant. Thank you for being a part of us, our sponsorship this year, the Porthole Restaurant in Lynn. Ridley, 4th down, 3rd down and long up the middle. That was almost intercepted by Taj Coakley.
He let it get right through his arms at the 30-yard line. He came in low. He was dying. He tried to get underneath it. Slid right through his arms. That's a pass he should catch every single time. But again, dangerous pass because there was not one Classical receiver in the area. Not quite sure who really had in mind there.
No, really. Lynn Museum and Lynn Arts. They're at, Lynn Museum is at 590 Washington Street. Great place to visit. Check it out and check out their banner on our website. It'll direct you right to their webpage with all the latest information on exhibits and programs at the Lynn Museum. Time to punt. Nashawn Butler in the end zone. Boots it away. Will not even make the 30. Stops at about the 27. We're also brought to you by Columbia Insurance, partnering with some great companies providing personal home and auto policies as well as a full line of coverage for business owners. Columbia Insurance in Lynn.
On Wednesday night, there was a great Chronicle piece on Lynn and its revival. A lot to do with the amazing artwork being done on the side of city buildings throughout downtown. The number of improvements that have been made downtown. And one segment was of the Chronicle piece involved the Lynn Museum and some of the exhibits, as you mentioned, that are going on right now.
Yeah, they have a Civil War art exhibit there with a man from Saugus. This is Matt McCarthy taking the handoff. Met right away. Classical not giving up here. They got 6 minutes, 49 seconds showing on the clock. So they get the football back on the interception, and now they give the ball up to Danvers on downs, and it's going to be a 2nd down and about 10 from the 26. Had a number of great programs there over the years too. That's why you want to check their schedule out at the Lynn Museum. The different speakers, a variety of different local programs involving the community. A lot of school involvement as well with the Lynn Museum. This is Taj Coakley, I think, churning ahead to the 23, coming out. Yeah. Timeout, Classical. Earlier game, these two teams played in league play, went to Classical 28-14. Danvers coming back. Now, didn't Danvers do this to Marblehead a couple of years ago? It wasn't just the other. It wasn't. In the playoffs, right? Yeah.
Yep. They had lost to Marblehead during the regular season.
Right.
So Danvers has somewhat of a history of doing this.
Of rebounding, right?
Yes. And that's what we talked about beginning of. Could they rebound again from the loss against Classical, but then also the loss against Marblehead last week?
Yeah.
Their A game.
They have not made mistakes either, Tim. I don't think.
No, they've taken
too many mistakes,
some penalties.
Yeah,
but they've been. Classical has made more mistakes. They have 3 turnovers to 1. They've each had a penalty that negated a touchdown. But again, overall, Danvers has played a cleaner game. They've played crisper football. They've hit bigger plays, they've hit a great number of big plays, and that equals the score. Now, the winner of this game goes on to play. We'll have to see. I'm not sure, but Wilmington gets Marblehead next week.
Mm-hmm. We have the brackets on our website if you go to the Post. 5 minutes, 49 seconds to play here in the football game. Both teams huddling up.
Again, 5:49. Time is running down on Classicals.
Interestingly enough, though, even when Classical gave up the football, Danvers started. They still haven't added that killer touchdown, that 3-possession lead. But now they have another opportunity to do just that, with the ball placed down at just about the 17-yard line. This is Coakley from the tailback spot, and he doesn't get much.
Well, he may have lost a yard on that carry.
So that's this will be 4th down here. Oh, no, that was 4th down, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So
Classical holds.
And again, this is the kind of things that they have done this year. They just do it there, but they are doing it down by 2 scores. Well, I'm impressed with Danvers tonight. I really am. I think a number of different players. You got Isaac Downs on defense there. You see him right below on the screen here, right standing at the 20-yard line here on the near side. Defensive back. Here's Ridley on 1st down. Catch is made there. Tyrese Joseph,
but
short
again,
gainer.
Number 1, Ezra Lombardi for Danvers, right there on the tackle. No yards after catch.
Sophomore cornerback here for Danvers High School with the hit. 5:22 to play in tonight's football game. 21-7 the score. Lynn Classical is trailing here. Here's Ridley looking, short pass over the middle. Catch is made. It's very close to a 1st down. Malcolm Best with the reception. Looks like a fair spot for, might be just short of the 1st down.
Davis player down on the far side of the field. I think he may have taken the edge of Malcolm Butler's shoe into his chest as he made that. Great spin move. Butler made the catch, and it was the player who's down on the field, and I can't see his number, but he twisted away from his block and grabbed Butler for just a minimum gain on that play, which the way it was setting up looked like it could have gone for a whole lot more had that tackle not been made. So we'll let's see, possibly a cramp as the trainer's out on the field with the leg up in the air. So maybe in spinning around, he gave himself a Charlie horse there. They're never fun.
So the other games tomorrow that we're going to keep an eye on for you, we'll have the scores on all the games for you tomorrow, but certainly the English Bulldogs are here at Manning Field at 2 o'clock. We'll have post-game stuff on that game tomorrow on our website. Winchester at Lynn English. Swampscott plays at noon tomorrow. They're playing host to Watertown, and we'll be following that game tomorrow as well. And again, of course, the radio game is Salem at Hamilton Wenham at 1:30 tomorrow.
Okay, the player who was down for Danvers, number 57, Ramon Teague, cramped up. He's gotten off the field under his own power.
Here's Ridley on 3rd down. Short pass. Nashawn Butler can't get that one. Nobody could get that one. Incomplete pass.
Ooh, overthrown. There was contact as the ball was coming overhead, but again, uncatchable by either player. Could have been a penalty. I thought that might be, but again, the refs will let these guys play tonight. A little bit of contact here and there, so they've not allowed the ticky-tack foul to impede the game.
Yeah, that was Matt McCarthy back there, but I think the ball was so overthrown that it was not a catchable ball.
Yeah.
Ridley on 4th down. 2 wideouts coming near side left here. Ridley looks to the left side. Feet go that way over the... Oh, it's incomplete, intended for Maurice Segura at the 40-yard line. That would have been a first down.
He outran the cross. There's a little... If you looked at it, seen a little bit behind him, but he saw where the ball was going. He could have stutter stepped and made that catch. As it is, he had to reach behind him, and the ball went off his fingertips. 4:39. When we have a moment, I'll give you some updated finals that we have.
Okay, we got a 3rd down here now for Classical High School. 3rd down and 10. Keith Ridley putting it in the air. Nashawn Butler downfield, number 4, incomplete. He basically, Butler takes down the Danvers defender, Isaac Downs.
Yeah, and he had to become the defender because the ball was long, and Downs had the position in front of Butler, and Butler had to go up and just strip the ball away as Downs was bringing it in.
This is 4th down. I'm sorry, Tim.
Again, Downs having the game of his career for Danvers right now.
Yeah, very good defensive game here tonight for Isaac Downs. 4th down, 10. Ridley scrambling in the backfield. They got him, and he ripped him down at the 26. A loss of 2 yards.
And Ridley sacked for a loss by number 21,
Colby Holland. Colby's one of the wrestlers. They had some great wrestlers on Danvers last year, and Colby was one of them. His brother's a wrestler.
These guys know how to pin people.
Oh, my, yeah. Yeah, you get them in that kind of a situation, and all of a sudden instead of like a wolf drooling when he sees a chicken, these guys see a wrestling mat down on the floor.
Exactly.
Boom, you're down.
Right, real quick, while Danvers is in the huddle, the Prep lost to Everett 49-14. Masco 20-17 on a last-second touchdown. North Reading over Wayland 14-7.
Mullaney hands off to Taj Coakley, coming near side right, turns the corner. And he might have lost 1 yard on that.
Yeah, nice play by Ishmael Johnson. Was able to chase him down, grab his shirt, not lose it, and brought him down for that loss. Other finals, Melrose came back against Drake at 14-10. Marblehead over Wakefield, 28-14. Wilmington all over Gloucester. Tony Zarella saying that they got out physical tonight. 30-0. Linfield over Bedford, 34-6. St. Mary's all over Manchester Essex, 44-0. Malden Catholic 18-13 over Beverly, and we just a couple more to update you with.
Marblehead defeated Wakefield tonight, 28-14. Rick Moore was on hand with the blow-by-blow of that game. We'll have some post-game stuff up, I'm sure, on that one. Here's Mullaney faking the handoff. The quarterback keeps it, turns around the left end, dives it to the 26. That'll be a gain of maybe 3.
And then the final scores that we have, Essex Tech came back against Winthrop 13-12, and Stoneham over Ipswich 36-14. Those are all the final scores that we have at this time.
Danvers and Classical here. It is Danvers leading 21-7 over Lynn Classical. The Rams have just called a timeout. Rams have been averaging 28 points per game this year, and Danvers just a little under that, about 23.4 points per game. But so these two games have been kind of opposites of one another between these two clubs in a way. Certainly the win by Classical over in Danvers was marked by some really tough defensive hits by the Rams. Yeah, opportunistic offense, and and here tonight it's kind of just been the other way around.
And it was a big night by Ridley running the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Danvers was very concerned during the game of his passing, and he just took the opportunity to keep gashing them with big runs, especially in the second half and in the fourth quarter where they put that game away. But I'd like to see a list of the players that got nicked up beyond Coakley that had to leave the game. That in this game, the entire time tonight and the contributions that they have made.
Yeah, Ridley in that game had 180 yards of rushing against Danvers on that night. Danvers with a third down here. There's that three-man stack eye. Mullaney keeps it and will lose a yard or two back to the 28. But importantly, it gets the clock in motion for the Falcons.
Yeah, you stole my line, Bill. That's what I was going to go with, was that even though Danvers isn't making much hay here, the clock is continuing to work against Lynn Classical.
And it wasn't even a punchline I stole, huh? Just a line. Just a simple line.
Stole my next line.
Timeout again here with 3:25 to play. Get the skills that you need to be an effective leader in sports recreation. That would be a master's degree in athletic administration from Endicott's Van Loan School. Prepares students for careers in schools, government agencies, nonprofit organizations, sports governing bodies, private sports clubs, and more. Van Loan's athletic admin program, master's program, is available 100% online with affordable tuition. Try a class before fully enrolling. Visit vanloan.endicott.edu/athleticadmin today. Also, a special thanks to our Lynn Sports sponsors this year, Porthole Restaurant. Great place to stop by this weekend, especially tomorrow. It'll be a great day. Lynn Museum and also Columbia Insurance. Here's a fourth down and long for Danvers. They throw incomplete. And Classical will get the football back with 3:21 to play in tonight's game, trailing 21-7. It'll be a first down for the Rams at their 29, I believe.
Yeah, junior Roberto Celestine had great pressure on Mullaney, and he had to get rid of that ball early. He had a receiver open coming across the middle, but couldn't get it to him. Again, Classical, Bill, keeps getting opportunities. By Danvers' inability to sustain any kind of drives here, they keep chewing up a couple minutes with each of their possessions. But Classical, getting the ball back each time, has not been able to get anything down the field.
Well, they need to strike and strike quickly here. Put a little fear in the Falcons if they could. Here's Ridley. Let's see what he looks at. Pass out on the left side. A catch at the 33 by Marcus Tucker. He's hit right away. It's a short gain of about 5 or 3 yards, actually.
Again, Justin DiTomaso coming up from his secondary position. Again, just waiting on the reception. As soon as the reception is made, bang, receiver's on the ground.
The first one was a 4-yard gain, setting up a 2nd and 6. Here's Nashawn Butler with a completion, probably will lose a yard or two.
And Isaac Downs continuing his great play tonight. Again, right there, catch made, wrap up on the ground.
Are they trying to make a catch and run? I assume that's it, but they've got to give Danvers credit here. Yeah, they're going to run away from Isaac Downs now. Makes some sense. Here's Ridley throwing it, little freelance incomplete, ball batted down.
Zach Dillon doing his part right there, knocking that ball down. And again, a receiver was in the area. But again, I'll tell you, Danvers has played such a great, you mentioned it, Bill, such a great game defensively. Just nullifying Classical's passing game. There's no yardage after a catch.
Yeah. This is 4th down and 7 for Lynn Classical at the 32. Their 32. Trailing 21-7. Ridley to pass out on the right side. Incomplete.
He had the receiver over there on the far side, just underthrew him. And that was Nathan Butler out there. But again, just couldn't come up with it. That was Marcus Tucker.
Yeah, Marcus Tucker, yeah.
What went right for Classical 3 weeks ago has not gone right tonight. I think Danvers in the previous game played a little soft in their secondary and linebackers and gave Riddle the opportunity to make the pass and make those quick outs and have the runners churn upfield and produce yards after catch. Now, Coach Nolan has simply stayed up tight and again simply react to the throw and get the runner. And even if you just slow them down, the backup is there right away.
Matt McCarthy taking the handoff, wrapped up after gaining maybe 2 or 3 yards. Good tackle there. Was that Rucker on that hit?
Number
2:14 to play in the game.
6.
Nope, I'm wrong.
Ishmael Johnson, I believe.
Yeah, Ishmael.
You know, but
oh, it was
again,
Rucker.
Classical. Okay. Danvers just running the ball, keep the ball in play, let the clock tick. We're under 2 minutes right now. Things are not looking good. Classical's playoff run appears to be over. Danvers picked the right time to play the game of the season.
Again, when your hallmark, one of your hallmarks is defense, as it is with Danvers, it's certainly always going to be a tough. They will always be a tough opponent. Here's a short run play. Is Holland? Nope, McCarthy again to the 27.
Well, it has been a balanced offensive attack, made it up with a superb defensive attack. And literally, it's been an attack. It's been an attack on every receiver who has tried to run the ball. They've lost few tackles when they've wrapped up the first hit. It's if you can't wrap them up, it's hold them up, slow them down, and let the reinforcements come in and help out on the tackle, and that's given them the 21-7 lead.
Another pitch play. McCarthy taking it, but he's ripped down quickly by Cameron Green of Classical High School at the 26. So that'll be a yard gain or so. About 40 seconds to play in tonight's football game.
Yeah, and the clock is still ticking, and there's going to be no timeouts from anybody on this one.
Yeah, this will run the clock down. Danvers will go to 6-2 and advance in the tournament. Lynn Classical will fall to 6-2. So they end with kind of identical records here. 12 seconds.
Like it was a happy birthday.
Yeah, the big one at the end. And so that'll do it. The game is over. Well, we got a few seconds left here. Final score, Danvers 21, Lynn Classical 7. And we'll hang on here just for the very end here.
Danvers called a timeout with 10 seconds
okay, they got a timeout, okay. So we'll keep it here. Justin Mullaney scoring on a 1-yard keeper. Second quarter, Taj Coakley scoring from 17 yards out, also in the second quarter. 14-0 the score at the half. Classical comes back with a 73-yard pass from Keith Ridley to Tyrese Joseph. Extra point was good by Ishmael Johnson, 14-7. And then in the third quarter, Taj Coakley went in on a 5-yard run, making it 21-7. So Coakley with 2 touchdowns here tonight for Danvers High School. So there's 10 seconds remaining.
And again, they'll go in the safety formation, huddle up around the quarterback.
Did they just bring some new faces out here or not? No.
Stack.
No, they're just going to get the 3-man stack eye. Pitch play. This is Coakley coming around the left side, goes down.
What a play by number 2, Chase Bono. He pushed the blocking back into Coakley and knocked him down.
Now, is there a time called here?
That was 4th down.
There's a flag. Oh, okay, yeah. So we got to change of possession. I got you. Okay. And there's also a flag down here. So a little sloppy right here at the end for sure. With 6 seconds left. Again, tomorrow, our broadcast game, the radio game, will be Salem at Hamilton Wenham, 1:30 kickoff. And we'll also have updates on games involving Swampscott. They have a home game tomorrow in the tournament at noontime. And Lynn English will be right here at Manning Field tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Football is placed down at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, a little extracurricular activity after the play was over. And on the exchange of downs, it's Classical with 6 seconds.
Take my roster here.
Obviously, Glasgow with 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. This will be a Hail Mary to close the gap.
Yeah, really. Ridley looking.
Being chased. Got away from one.
Out on the left. Catch is made out there on the near side by Nashawn Butler. Brought down, and that'll do it. Okay, there you got it. Final score, Danvers 21, Lynn Classical 7 here, and Tim will be back with our recap just ahead here on MSO News Sports.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. Our company has been proud to have supported high school sports on the North Shore for more than 30 years. Our student-athlete program recognizes championship performance in the classroom and on the field. Moynihan Lumber is also committed to championship performance when it comes to meeting all your building and home improvement needs. And if you're planning to change your kitchen, please visit our kitchen cabinet showrooms at any of our 3 locations. In Beverly, North Reading, or Plastown, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Stronger, faster, tougher. When you need the MVP of community banks, look no further than the Institution for Savings, with 14 full-service offices throughout the North Shore. We have MVP rates and an all-star team to serve you. Bank from the ball field with our 24/7 online application apps, internet banking, mobile deposit, and more. Institution for Savings, your winning team. Visit institutionforsavings.com, member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender.
People come in, take a seat, you're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We'll treat you right, day or night, satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for 2. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Since I have been elected, we have made progress. The city is growing, but there is much work to still do. Small businesses are flourishing, we've created local jobs, and continue to fight for working families all across Lynn. I have responded personally to over 1,000 constituent requests, but the work doesn't stop there. We need to keep our streets safer and our neighborhoods cleaner. We have to maintain our public services while keeping taxes affordable. The people of Lynn deserve a high level of representation. I am Brian LaPierre, and I'm running for re-election for Lynn City Councilor at Large, and I respectfully ask for one of your 4 votes on September 12th and Tuesday, November 7th.
Hi folks.
Back here at Manning Field, 21-7, Danvers over Classical, avenging a defeat of 28-14 several weeks ago that we brought to you here on MSO News Sports. Danvers moves on in the playoff structure. Classical will enter the losers bracket and with an opponent to be determined once all the scores are in and the dust has settled. Bill gave you the scoring wrap up just a moment ago before the game ended, so we'll just go through some of the finals and the scores that we have as we last had them. Not a lot has changed. Haven't got a lot of updates from the Twitter feed and people out there in the Twitter world. So we'll start right at the top. Everett over St. John's Prep, 49-14. Masco over Woburn, 20-17. North Reading over Wayland, 14-7. Melrose over Drake at 14-10. Marblehead over Wakefield, 28-14. Wilmington, 30-0 over Gloucester. Linfield, 34-6 over Bedford. Somerville was leading Triton 19-9. That's the last score we had. St. Mary's over Manchester Essex 44-0. We saw Bill and I watched that game. Malden Catholic 18-13 winners over Beverly. Peabody was 23-0 over the last we had it. Essex Tech came back against Winthrop for a 13-12 win. Stoneham 36 good and not so good depending on what shirt you were wearing tonight. Made the fewer mistakes. They played better. They were faster to the ball. Better. They played much more aggressive in the passing game. They shot in the field. They got quick hits. They got very few yards after the catch, as Bill and I talked about as the game began to just the better football. This bracket with, again, opponent to be determined, play tomorrow, and we'll move into that bracket. So from Marblehead and all the guys out there, Phil, and the plethora of others, Mike Grenier, who threw in scores for us along. Hopefully you caught the game on the live stream as well. Our apologies for getting it up from Manning Field. Danvers 21 tomorrow.